Karen, you've been involved in the innovation ecosystem for a long time. You're at Mars for a long time, and now you're taking the CEO position at Futurpreneur. What's the mission of Futurpreneur?
So you're right. I was at Mars for 7 years, and Mars is an innovation hub operating at scale and is all about helping to scale those companies that could be global brand names, mostly driven by science and technology, largely coming from big cities or Waterloo. That's kind of the complement of Futurpreneur. So Futurpreneur is a national nonprofit, the only Canadian national nonprofit that supports entrepreneurs under the age of 40. So entrepreneurs age 18 to 39 who are starting or building their business, and they need money, they need loans, they need mentorship, and they need the tools to know how to get a business off the ground.
What's sort of the profile of a typical founder that you have in the program?
It's interesting. There's a huge medley. We support entrepreneurs from coast to coast to coast, as we say. So every province and all territories. So it's very national, Main Street. So the profile of the entrepreneurs is as varied as Canada is. One of my favorite Futurpreneur stories is actually a company that I became involved with at Mars.
You've been following them a long time.
Yeah, I have been, and it's a great story, actually. It's a company called Nixware, and its founder, Joanna, was aware that incontinence was a huge problem and not a problem that anyone wanted to talk about, and so she got into what's known affectionately as the unmentionables market. Right? And so she started creating these advanced materials for creating undergarments, intimates. They're now into shirts that are odor and sweat resistant. And it's really a product where, on the one hand, it does have a technology materials element to it, but at the same time, it's an everyday product. So
positive social impact.
Positive social impact. So she received funding from Futurpreneur. And then she actually participated in the Mars Embedded Executive Program, supported by the province of Ontario. And so I actually did an embedded executive program to help her get the talent in that she needed. And meanwhile, she was helped to know what talent she needed by her Futurpreneur mentor. So that complementarity actually was apparent. And now her business is growing and increasing the products that she has underway.
I mean, you mentioned the funding model that works at Futurpreneur. Yeah. It's a not-for-profit, so yes. Funding is always a challenge for not-for-profits. How does the funding model work?
So funding of Futurpreneur, there are two elements to it. It's the funding that Futurpreneur provides, and then the funding for Futurpreneur itself. So the funding Futurpreneur provides, we provide loans, collateral-free, low-interest loans for young entrepreneurs who have no collateral and otherwise wouldn't have any seed funding to start their businesses. And the loans that they get are repayable within 5 years. It's up to $15,000 from Futurpreneur. And then the BDC, the Business Development Bank of Canada, actually backs Futurpreneur's loans, and the entrepreneur can get up to another $30,000. So imagine you're a new entrepreneur starting a business. You need up to $45,000 to start the business, and your only alternative to this is credit cards. But all of a sudden, you can not have collateral to put against a loan and be able to borrow the money you need. There's an 83% repayment rate of these young entrepreneurs. It's really profound. So that's part of the model. And then Futurpreneur's own funding comes from a mix of this recycling loan portfolio and the interest on that, and then federal and provincial and corporate partner support. And in fact, Denton's has been a long-term partner of Futurpreneur, providing the legal advice that the entrepreneurs need
as they start. On a pro bono type basis.
On a pro bono type basis, which again, they need all of that fuel and all of that mentorship and support.
Oh, well, I mean, the expertise from an organization like Denton's would be so expensive for a startup.
Oh, it would be, it wouldn't be doable. And you can imagine the pitfalls that an entrepreneur might fall into just because they don't know what they don't know.
Right.
And they don't know what questions to ask, and they don't know what to sign or not sign. So yes, it's invaluable support. It's really critical.